Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus? 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mike, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mixon with a first down carry.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Alert! Check 53. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, exit.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
You must be dreaming.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. A dump down to McKinnon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. On first down, Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Joe Mixon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. Look at me. Zipper.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Flag six. Flag six.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, Wahoo! Yo, go, go!
Check Mike 6.
Go!
It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long day.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike.
Hey, Orbit.
You ain't going nowhere. Alert 3.
Bam.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 26. Shift. Watch the shift.
Get it.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 52.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check 3.
Hey, box drop. Yep.
Motion.
Deep river.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 15 Lonnie.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
And an alley to run. inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run. Devontae Freeman. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, Delta.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gold with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
go now.
The Chiefs'
Ten, two,
offense
go.
about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Hey, Echo. Don't get nervous.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
Go.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check Mike, check Mike.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Come on. Right, 80.
3, Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Red, talk.
Let's go.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, here we go. Oh. 53.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On the ready.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
Here we go.
Hard.
Here we go.
Go.
Fresno. Shoot. Hey, check Mike.
Shoot.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Team 6.
Hey, check Mike 6.
Get it.
2nd and 14. It's caught by Aguilar. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Smooth.
Mike 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike 6.
Be grip.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Harris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Check that. We want Mike 18.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Touchdown, Cardinals! That punt returned 69 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Pull it high. Hey. Bravo.
Mike 6.
Silver.
Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Check.
Topper. Get it.
Freeman again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 6. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 6.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got the hook up to Landry. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. This will be caught at about the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Blue draw Corkers. Ready.
They'll run here with Freeman. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll set up a throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dante Pettis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Mike 6. I'm on. Mike 6. Mike 6.
Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trubisky to throw again. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And a first down, Chiefs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Look at me, zipper.
Let's go, let's go. Mike 6.
5.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Check.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Ready.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Now.
2nd and 15. And he's got his man on the out route. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles.